Hey Elestrals, how's it going? Red Baron here, flying at you with yet another video. So the reason I'm laughing is I just recorded this, but I realized my mic volume was muted, so I'm here recording it again. But anyways, we're here to talk about a crazy ruling that I feel like most of you have ignored or haven't seen, and because of it, you've been playing wrong. So, as most of you, some of you know, the better part of all today, I've been working with the rule books and just going through it, fixing up the English. Because if you didn't know, I'm an English teacher. I teach up to middle school, so I'm very proficient in the English language. So Dan reached out to the community, say, who wants to volunteer? I'm like, me, I got this. All right, so I've been doing this for a better part of 6 hours, and that's 6 hours. That's proofreading. That's just proofreading. Imagine how long it takes just to make this whole thing. Geez. So anyways, as I was going through this whole book, I happened upon one ruling you all need to know. So going to page 23, here we are, page 23. Let's zoom in a little bit closer and see. Look at this one ruling, the part where it says setting non-stadium runes. Now we're going to ignore the first part of this rune. We are going to ignore the very first sentence and just look at the very last sentence. It says, counter runes can only be cast if they're set for one turn first. That's everybody knows that. That's obvious, yada yada yada. But no matter what type it is, runes can't be cast the same turn they're set. This is the important part of this ruling. I bet some of you are like, oh, crud, have I done that before? And most likely cases you have. Because no one thinks about it. So what does this mean? It means you have to get your order correct. That means you have to play your Elestrals first before you set your back row. So if you're trying to outsmart the system, you're like, ha, then first set your back row, and say you have some invokes down, you set your traps as well, counters as well, and you play a card, say Sorlet for example, and you're like, your opponent's like, you triggered my trap card! And they use PTA, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, my Sorlet's gonna die. This is sad. Well, I might as well use its resources anyways for one of my revoke fruits set down. No, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. That is illegal against the rules. So this is a very important ruling. You all need to know. It's very important that you get your order down correct. First Celestial and then back row. So if you first say you're Elestral and your person's like PTA and you're like, I don't want my card to blow up for no reason, I'm just gonna use the spirits. I'm gonna nog and draw. And so this, the odds of this happening is really really low, because most of the times you'll want you'll be, instead of forcing your opponent to expend one more spirit to destroy, you're just gonna kind of destroy it yourself and then play a card. But in the end, you're gonna be losing that Elestral anyways. So it is something to think about. But again, everyone needs to know this rule going forward. So that's all I have for you today. If you thought this was informative, please subscribe and like this video. Tell all your friends. I'm hoping I can get to 50. My goal is 50 subs by the end of this year. So please pass this along and subscribe while you're at it. Thanks. See you next time. Peace.